Some changes made by Erik Ten Hag. Christian Eriksen comes to start for the first time in so long. Will be manning that midfield with KOBBIE Mainoo. Well, up top, we've got a little change as well. There's no Marcus Rashford this time. Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb. Here is the match build-up. The lineups confirmed. Of course, that's the starting 11 for Manchester United. As you look at it right there, you can give your 2 cents about it. But here we go. Honestly, I have always loved watching KOBBIE Mainoo play in the same midfield with Christian Eriksen. The last time we had it, I remember I dropped a nice video saying it was a match made in heaven. Well, it has been a long time since then. Obviously, Christian Eriksen is a different, a player altogether. He's aging, he's losing something in him, but without a shadow of a doubt, I think they can still show up and give us a good game against this rock-bottom Sheffield United. So that's the starting 11 for Man United. Obviously, in goal is Andre Onana, starting in between the sticks. He will be playing, of course, alongside Harry Maguire and Casemiro again in the middle. Again, like they did against Coventry, Erik Ten Hag still has got injury issues to deal with, and he's being creative. Then on the right is Diogo Dalot, and on the left is Wan-Bissaka. In the middle, it's Eriksen playing next to KOBBIE Mainoo. KOBBIE Mainoo most likely will be sitting at the base of the midfield. Then Bruno Fernandes, the captain, as the 10, and up top is Rasmus Højlund, hoping this time he will get some service from Alejandro Garnacho, who will be flying in on the left, and on the right, Anthony Dos Santos. An important game for Man United, who are hoping they can push for a place in the top 4. Sheffield United, even if they won, which I hope doesn't happen, certainly their die almost has been cast. I think they will be relegated. Their coach, Chris Wheeler, admitted that the Premier League has been way too harsh for them, and there has been too much for them. They don't have a lot of hope that things will change. They were beaten by fellow stragglers, Burnley, 4-1 in their last outing. So obviously, this is not the team to beat us. The reverse fixture, United won by 2-1 away at Sheffield United, but Sheffield beat us last season in 2021, and they beat us the last time they came to Old Trafford by 2-1. So obviously, they cannot be an undermined opponent. Well, that is how we are standing. Of course, we will be hoping to see Alejandro Garnacho turn up. He has been scoring two goals. When he's good, he's dangerous. Obviously, for me, he should be the man to watch for Manchester United, Garnacho. But for me, here's what I need to see. First things first. We at Old Trafford, we know that these players don't want to play for the manager, Erik Ten Hag. We need to see them play for the badge. We need to see a fight in this team. If we don't, guys, again, we will be shouting after the game. We need to see United dominating, controlling the full 90 minutes of the game, win convincingly. People are tired of us fumbling into victories, and Erik Ten Hag expects us to praise him for these fumbled victories. We need Manchester United to be dominating games of football and winning them convincingly. That's the first thing I need to see. 2, I need to see a bit of teamwork. There is no teamwork. United relies on moments. There is no build-up. There is no cohesion. There is no flow in what we do. We rely on moments. We cannot rely on moments against a team like Sheffield United. We can't rely on moments against a team like Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, because obviously in our state, they're always going to dominate us. But against the Sheffield United, we can't rely on moments, and that has been a big problem for Manchester United under Erik Ten Hag. I hope that is corrected in this game. We hope to see players playing with more heart and attitude and love and desire to want to play and enjoy their football. That is, again, a response from the ordeal we endured as fans of Man United in the last game that we played. Very important. If that is not the case, obviously we will be again coming up here and complaining and shouting about this Manchester United squad and how struggling they are. The other thing I expect to see is some bit of supply to Rasmus Højlund. Now, people have been calling out Højlund. Yes, you can't blame him for a few chances he has been able. He has failed to bury. But how many are they? A striker needs to be given a lot of supply consistently for him to get the confidence to bury chances. But if they come once in a blue moon, obviously he may not be mentally prepared. He may not be calm enough to take it on. Honestly, these players, the Brunos and the likes, Garnacho, are a bit selfish. They do not pass the ball to him enough. They love playing diagonal passes. Before it was to Marcus Rashford. Good enough, he's not in the squad. But I'm hoping this time around they'll find ways of passing that ball to Rasmus Højlund. I'm hoping he's on the score sheet because he needs it. If we are going to push for Europe, we need our striker scoring goals. We don't need to be getting goals from Bruno Fernandes for him to take all the praise for himself. yet the team is struggling. Very important. Meanwhile, back to the bench, of course, I'll mix it for you. Looking at the bench and how it is looking, there is Harry Amas, Sofian Amrabat, Altel Bayindil, Ahmad Diallo, Omar Foson, L. Jackson, Scott McTominay, Oguneye, and Whitley. For me, there, of course, you look at Scott McTominay, who is in the mood of scoring goals off the bench or even as a starter. Ahmad Diallo, and maybe who? Amrabat, usually Erik Ten Hag wants to bring him on, but he's negligible. His contribution is negligible. So there's no depth in the squad. But against the Sheffield United, you would think depth wouldn't matter, that whoever starts should be good enough for us to get us a result. And the result in this game should be an obliteration. We need goals because it can't get down to goals in the Premier League at this point in time. Goals are important. Our goal difference is wanting. So what then do? We need to be scoring enough goals. We need to be dominating and whitewashing the rock bottom team. We are 7th on the pile with 50 points. We've got a goal difference of -1. The teams above us have got 17 and 16 goals. That's Newcastle, Tottenham, Aston Villa has got 21. Now, if it goes down to the wire, if by some magic, because that's the closest chance we might have to go to Europe, if it gets down to the wire, going to goals, trust you me, we will have nothing. So we need to score goals against the small teams like this, not narrow 2-1 wins, not 1-0. So it has got to be a reactive game. We need to respond. This is a game where we need to respond, where we need to put this Sheffield United team in its place and make a statement that, yes, we fumbled and puffed and puffed to qualify to the FA Cup final against Coventry, but we need to send a message to the next opponents who will come that, you know what, we are still in it. We are not completely done. We are not dusted. We are not lying flat on the floor. That is what Manchester United should be all about. I hope Erik Ten Hag gives the chance to Ahmad Diallo. I hope Ahmad Diallo gets more minutes. He hinted about him, how he has been impressive in training for him. I'm hoping he gets his chance, a fair chance for himself to come out there and play. I hope, very important for me. I think if you look at the bench, it's him and Scott McTominay who should be coming on to impact the game. Erik Ten Hag loves to bring on Scott McTominay, rather Sofian Amrabat, but Amrabat, you bring him on with a defensive mindset, but against Sheffield United, honestly, what defensive mindset should we be having? So it's a very good game to calm the pressure. It's a small team. The pressure should be less because you'd have imagined after us struggling against Coventry the way we did, if our next opponent was a top team, a Man City, an Arsenal, a Liverpool, then again the pressure would be higher. This time around, it's a home game against a rock bottom team. We must destroy them. If that's not the case, anything short of a distraction for me will not be good for Manchester United. Honestly, not at all. Let me just rush through the Sheffield United starting 11 if it matters to you in any way. United is in the mode of beating newly promoted clubs. By the way, we haven't lost in 15 against newly promoted teams, which is probably a decent record. We've won 12 of the past games against newly promoted sides, but this Manchester United does not respect records like that. We are, I think, in the mood to break every good record we have. Fodarin, Holgate, Ahmed, Trusty, Brooks, Osborne, Ablaster, Hammer, Bogo, Brereto, and Archer. Honestly, listen to the names. That's the Sheffield United team. For Man United, one more time, Andrew Nana, Casemiro, and Maguire in the central defense, Wan-Bissaka on the left, Diogo Dalot on the right, Maino and Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes in the middle, Garnacho sandwiching Hoyland with Anthony. That's the starting 11. My name is Webb. This is the United Hot Sport. My prediction for this game, I don't care what the result is. I think United will win. All I need to see is a fight and a convincing victory. I don't care the injuries, and they are there. We've had that song enough. All I need to see is a response, a fight from all these players, and trust you me, we shall beat Sheffield United the way we're expected to. My name is Webb. Subscribe. Enjoy the game. I'll catch you later.